Hello everyone, this is High on Sports. My name is Frederikus Perry. You already know with Deron Pearson. And this is episode 5. And today we only got one segment. But a little rush past in my life right now, so we're gonna take things slow. So it's gonna be about one segment per episode for now, but I promise I'm gonna pick up in that multiple segments as things get better. I promise. But moving along. We're going to talk about the NBA playoffs today. First up is the Pacers and Knicks, and as well as the rest of the games and how they're going. But as I get started with this intro, you already know how the saying goes, baby. The news is packed.
I got the lighter.
Let's get high. Today's one and only segment. We're going to talk about the Pacers and the Knicks. The Pacers lost to the Knicks and are now 2-0 after losing 121 to 130 yesterday due to the onslaught of the Knicks players offensively of just being better. Obviously, when it's time in the clutch. Deron watched that game. I did not, so I'm gonna have him talk more in detail about it. And I'm going to just give you what I think, just my synopsis of after he talks about it. So, Deron, the floor is yours right now.
All right. So, yeah, from that game earlier, so the Pacers were up.
Mm-hmm.
At half, they were up going into halftime by 11. Like I said, as for the people that watched the game, you've seen that Jalen Brunson had got hurt, missed about 15 minutes of action. OG kept him afloat somewhat in the game, and then OG got hurt, which he hurt his hamstring. He got a hamstring strain, grade 2. So, like I said, the Pacers were up 11. That's when Brunson came back. But when Brunson came back, the impact that he made on the floor, he drove so much attention that Steven Chinzu, Josh Hart, they all, Steven Chinzu had, in the first 3 minutes of the game, third quarter, he scored 10 points.
Right.
Jalen Brunson scored 12 of his 29 points in the third quarter alone.
Exactly.
Josh Hart had 15 rebounds. At 6'4", the fourth quarter, that's when Jalen Brunson took over.
Yep.
But what I feel like the Pacers lost the game at was Rick Carlisle should have called a timeout in the third quarter.
Yeah.
When they cut that lead to 5.
Okay.
He didn't call a timeout until they cut the lead to 2.
Damn.
So you just seen the momentum shift, and once the momentum shifted, I said that's game.
Right.
So I feel like you can't let 4 players go for 20 plus in a playoff game. You're just not gonna win any game like that. But the Pacers, their identity has never been defense. It's always been offense.
Yep.
High volume shooting.
Yep. So
I guess at the end of the day, not playing defense in the regular season is ugly hair risen again.
Yep. Yeah, the Pacers are actually second in the playoffs right now in scoring with 113 a game. And first, if I could remember, do you remember?
It is. Let me check it 1 second.
I literally just had it in my
Indiana
notes.
is first.
Indiana is first.
114.5.
Okay, they must have been first after they updated because they was second. But so who's below them?
Minnesota.
Okay,
114.2.
There we go. Yeah, Minnesota as well. And as far as what I believe the Pacers do, I have a shot of the next 2 games at home. Yeah, because like I said, the Pacers always play better at home. So we'll see, because I think with that scoring, I think they're literally just trying to outpace the Knicks.
That's true.
Rather than just trying to beat them, because obviously they're not going to win when it comes to that.
Exactly. Because
when the Knicks get that defense settled in, it's pretty much going to be curtains from that point in and on out. But as you pointed out, Rick Carlisle has to do better with coaching. There's also shows off I think how underrated Tom Thibodeau is as a coach, despite
True.
him playing his players all 48 minutes of the game, which that's his reputation. Derrick Rose went through it. That's just what was he
That's
is.
what you do, yup.
He believes in that. That no, if you started, you should not be out in the game. And I respect him for staying with his morals, but yeah, I think he's probably has been underrated for a while ever since he got back with the Knicks. Obviously, that tenure with the Bulls didn't go so well, and I know I'm going off script here, but I just want to mention that. And yeah, it really might come down to a coaching standpoint, and I think this as far as I believe the Pacers is gonna turn it around. I just think it's gonna look like a clean sweep as far as those next two games. So what you think in terms of games 3 and 4 as how those games going to turn out?
I'm going to say for game 3 that Indiana wins because it's a must win, because if you're Indiana,
Yeah.
you get game 3. Okay, now it's a 2-1 series. You got game 4 back in your building.
Right.
If you lose game 3, you can win. You possibly can win game 4, but if you lose game 3, I'm saying it's gonna be a sweep.
Yeah.
So game 3 is a must win for Indiana, but I feel like they're gonna get it done.
Okay.
I feel like if Indiana can get to that 130 to 135 point mark, they're gonna get the win.
Yep. But they almost did, but
Yeah.
the Pacers, like the Knicks, it just because it's like you said, their defense is the downfall. So it really just like they gonna have to turn their defense on when like against the last series of the Bucks. I think it was like game 3 or possibly, you feel me? They was clamping the Bucks, bro. I think that was possibly the best defense I've probably seen them play in terms of all year.
Yeah, I agree.
But we gonna move on. Let me try not to make this too long today. We got the Celtics and the Cavs game 2 today. Game 1 was pretty much how we expected. Cavs tried to keep it interesting in the end, but I didn't like the decision of him taking out Donovan Mitchell in the fourth quarter. Yes, it was 20 points, but it's not like it was 30 or 40. I feel like in the NBA you still have a chance, you know?
That's true.
So I didn't like that. It sends a bad message to my team in terms of, Bickerstaff and what he gonna do with that situation. But I like the Celtics pretty much just all rest of the games were far away. We just said like it don't matter who came out 4 and 5, it's pretty much was the Celtics either way, because none of them teams are really capable of even have the players to match their depth or Jason Tatum's and Jaylen Brown's star level. But I'm gonna pass the mic to you, my friend, and what do you think is gonna happen in game 1 and in game 2, and what was your thoughts on game 1?
So for starters, in game 2, I feel like it's gonna be the same thing as game 1. You gotta think the Celtics are doing this also without Porzingis.
Yep.
I feel like game 2 is gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be between a 15 and 20 point win by the Celtics to reminisce on game 1. Honestly, the Celtics are just overpowering.
Yeah.
From the guard to the center.
Yep.
From the bench to the coach.
Yep.
So, from the also preparation. And when you are the Cavaliers and you have Donovan Mitchell, I consider him not a superstar but a star.
Yep.
He can only take you so far when you're facing a great team.
It was the first time he ever got out of the first round. Yep.
It's crazy too.
Yep.
So I just feel like the Celtics, they're showing who we all been saying and what we all thought they were.
Yep.
So it's not really a surprise. So with that being said, Celtics gonna take game 2 just like they took game 1.
Yep. Celtics have the highest points differential in the playoffs right now with plus 17.1, meaning they're winning their games by 17 on average this playoff so far. So that's how what we think the Celtics is going to do in the rest of this playoffs. But moving on, we got a more interesting matchup. Mavericks and, can you remind me? I can't think of the team right now.
SGA and them boys, Oklahoma
Mavericks
City.
and OKC. I'm sorry, OKC fans, for disrespecting you. Mavericks and OKC. Game 1 was very, very entertaining, and what we all thought this series was going to be. I didn't expect OKC to win. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not. I thought Luka experience in the playoffs and the way the Mavericks have been playing throughout this playoff so far, defensively and offensively. I felt like that was gonna be too much, but no. The young guns this playoff are proving that this is our time and we are here now, not later, not sooner, now. And true. I respect that. SGA had 29, 9, and 9, literally 1 away from a triple-double. And this is I just want the Mavericks fans to know this is going to be interesting series, because definitely. Game 2 is very important for you guys, because going down 2-0 against a hungry young team, and especially if they get 2-0, you don't want to kind of take that back to your home field, because like when it comes to young teams, they travel, and the OKC do have one of the top defenses in the playoffs this year. So people have to realize this. Despite their slenderness, them boys got clamps. Chet Holmgren leads the playoffs with 2.8 blocks per game.
Yes, sir.
So it's going to be interesting to see how things going to go. As far as what I believe Game 2 is going to feel like, I see another OKC victory. I hate to say it, but unless Luka and Kyrie, they're going to have to score 30. They both going to have to score 30 to win this series. Oh. They both got 25, or Kyrie going to have to at least test in 25 consistently to win this series, because Luka cannot underperform like he did in that first game. Otherwise, they're going to lose.
Yeah, definitely going to lose.
So I'm going to pass the mic to you, my friend. What do you think about Game 1, and obviously, what do you think about Game 2 tonight?
Okay. So with Game 1, I kind of expected OKC to win that game.
Okay.
I thought, OKC, like you said, they're young and hungry.
Yeah.
It's Game 1. With Luka and Kyrie, veteran presence, them being in the playoffs, going far before.
Yeah.
Game 1, kind of get a feel of, what a team is doing. Of course, you got Shea, superstar. You can only make it so hard on that person.
Exactly.
But I feel like where Dallas lost the game at was Chet Holmgren had 18. You can't let the role players also go for 10.
Yeah.
15 plus.
All five players had double figures for OKC.
You can't do that. At some point, if you're Dallas, you're gonna have to lock down. You're gonna have to play some defense, which I believe they will. Looking at the Game 2,
okay,
I believe that Dallas will. They've watched the film.
Yeah.
Coach will make the adjustments.
Yeah.
And I think Luka and Kyrie will have a bounce back game, along with the rest of the role players. Okay. And I feel like Jason Kidd will be more prepared, have a better understanding of what his team needs and what they don't need to do. So, yeah, I got Dallas winning Game 2 but it's going to be a close game, though.
Okay. Yeah, that game's definitely going to be close. I can't wait to watch it tonight. Not the Celtics and Cavs. Sorry. Y'all going to get swept. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But let's move on. Game 3 of Nuggets and the Timberwolves.
That's the one I need to see.
This is the most important game for the Nuggets' life, because if they go down 3-0, it's over. I don't care if they win the next game. It's over with. They're not winning back at Minnesota. It's done, dear, period. Or are they going to Minnesota? I could be wrong. Are they going to Minnesota?
They're going to Minnesota.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. Let me change that up. So let me change my take on that. This is still a must-win game.
Yeah.
But Ant is hungry and he is here. Like I said, these young boys are here now. not sooner. Like, I'm gonna keep saying it, not sooner, not later, now. And again, we got one of the best defenses in the playoffs, and they're showing it.
Literally,
Where they are hauling. When the first 2 games, I never seen Murray so frustrated in my life. I never seen Jamal Murray so frustrated in my life. Jokic already knew what he was gonna happen with this series, and still without Rudy Gobert in game 2, they still dominated defensively.
held him to
So go ahead, you can talk.
held him to 16 points, 9 assists,
Yep.
8 rebounds, 5 of 13 shooting. That Joker,
Exactly.
the MVP now because he just won.
But yeah, that mic can also capture your voice as well.
Gotcha.
So yeah. But back to my thought, man. Yeah, their defense is locked. Jaden McDaniels is probably gonna be the most. He's basically, I'm gonna be honest with you, in terms of defense, my Tony Allen. In terms of defense, because the way that he is hounding Jamal Murray, I'm gonna be honest, this is the first time I'm actually paying attention to the Timberwolves in terms of watching them. It really just shows to me like the defense wins championships, and that's the team I wouldn't want the Celtics to play if I was a Celtics fan, because that defense is serious and their length is going to be a problem for anybody they have to deal with. But as far as game 3, Nuggets, Mike Malone's going to have to come up with a game plan to kind of go around that length, and I don't know what he'll do. I have to work my basketball terminology. Please drop in the comments on what you think they'll do in terms of offense. But unless they figure out how to get past them wings, man, I can see this easily being a sweep. Because I just don't see Minnesota giving away at home.
I don't.
Especially after not having Rudy Gobert, and they still was able to do what they were able to do at the Nuggets home.
Yeah, that's.
So obviously, I want to hear your take on the game 3 and what you believe this series will go for, as far as would there be a game 5, or you think it's gonna be a sweep as well?
So I think Minnesota's gonna win game 3 because I just feel like coming off winning 2 games in Denver, the home crowd is gonna be rocking.
Yeah.
But I feel like if Denver wants to win, if I was Denver, what I would do is, I feel like they gotta spread the floor a little bit more, because as I was watching them, the floor spacing was bad. If Murray's gonna bring the ball up, and Jaden McDaniels is gonna play 94 feet, you're gonna have a second person that's ready to trap.
Exactly.
You gotta spread the floor to be able to give him another option to throw it to. I would say in that situation, keep Joker back.
Yeah.
Because Joker can easily go post up, get to the paint, but you keep him back because he's a great passer.
Okay.
So you keep your 2 best passers.
Okay.
Michael Porter's your shooter.
Okay.
Keep him up.
Okay.
Aaron Gordon can be your outlet man. He's athletic, he's tall, he's strong.
Okay.
Kentavious Pope is your shooter. So keep your shooters down, because somebody's going to have to respect them.
Right.
So I feel like in terms of that floor spacing, but I just feel like Minnesota is better.
Okay.
Minnesota is hungry. You won game 1 and 2 in Denver. Rudy Gobert comes back tonight, on Friday.
I believe so. He wasn't really injured or anything. It was just because the baby was born. So.
So.
Yep.
I feel like that might give him some enthusiasm. So I think it's honestly the same as you. It's gonna be a sweep.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about who we think as far as these top 3 teams in point differential. As I said, the Celtics are leading right now. It's 17.1. The Thunder are plus 17, and Minnesota is plus 15.5. So that basically means that's what they're winning by their average. Like they're winning by the Celtics are winning by plus 17. The OKC is winning by 17, and Minnesota is basically winning by 15.5 each playoff this series so far. That's basically what they mean for everybody who doesn't understand that terminology. So, Deron, I want to ask you. I'm gonna ask your opinion on this first before I give mine. who do you think out of those three teams? I know we both picked the Celtics to win, but who do you think out of those teams has the best to kind of finish this thing off and win with a championship? And who would you want to see win a championship? But I know you picked Boston, but did your mind change or nah? Let us know.
I feel like Boston has the easiest chance because they're in the East.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I feel like it's going to be the Knicks versus Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
The Knicks don't have enough to match up with the length, athleticism.
Exactly.
So, out there in the West, you have Shea, Luka, Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Minnesota's up 2-0, you still have Joker.
Yep.
And then on top of that, you have Ant-Man.
Yep.
So, I just feel like in the East, it's an easier route for them.
Right.
So, I'm going to still say the Celtics to get to the finals.
Right.
So, but to win it all,
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
It depends on who that matchup is against. So.
Okay, and like I said, are you with me in terms of, do you believe Minnesota, are they the least favorite? Do you think it's the least favorable matchup Celtics fans will want right now?
Honestly, I feel like Minnesota's defense with Boston, the difference is you have to guard 1 through 5.
Right.
Versus with the Nuggets, Joker and Murray.
Right.
Boston has 5 people that can create for each and every single teammate out there.
Right.
Along with the depth.
Right.
So, honestly, I would say Minnesota, but I wouldn't say that Boston fans would say we don't want to see Minnesota.
Obviously not that, but I just at least favorable matchup, obviously.
Because
I don't really see OKC giving them really a bit of a problem because they are like, I feel like that slender frame will be a problem against the Celtics. Despite them having good defense, I feel like that will be a problem against the Celtics because they're such a very in terms of like Kristaps Porzingis and Jaylen Brown, they'll take advantage of that by doing what the Mavericks are trying to do, just go in the paint, just take advantage of that slenderness instead of, because you're not gonna be able to shoot threes. Like I said, OKC has good defense with Dort and J-Dub, all of them. Even Shea has great perimeter defense. Not as good as Minnesota's, but it's still good.
If I had to really give my honest opinion of who I think the toughest matchup will be for the Celtics, this might come to a shocker. I think the Mavericks.
Okay.
I think because Kyrie and Luka, they're going to run through Drew Holiday and Derek White.
Yeah.
Gafford, he can, potentially match up well with Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
PJ Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
On Tatum, I feel like. And you can throw in Tim.
Yeah.
Of course, you can throw in Exum to throw different mixes at the wing players. So that's my opinion. Let me get yours though on this one.
As far as what I believe, man, like I said, it's hard to go against some Celtics because I just believe they hungry, they're tired of losing, and they've literally made the team to do this. And I can just see by the way they play, they're not playing down to anybody no more.
Nope.
It's blowout, or you better be up our level, just blow out. It's blowout, literally a blowout. And so I'm going to still have to go with my picks and turn in the finals. To win the finals, the Celtics. But would I go 50-50 if they end up playing Minnesota? Yes, I would. Mavericks, I hate to say it, but I just don't like the way they're playing against OKC right now.
Okay.
Unless they change it up offensively, more ball movement, more you obviously know more about me than that, but off ball screens and stuff like that. Just in terms of I don't want to see individual play. Like I said, they have good individual defenders.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So if Boston did play Minnesota in the finals, what would you have that series going?
I'm gonna say 7 games.
7 games.
7 games.
With Boston winning?
Boston winning.
Boston winning
because they'll be at their home in Game 7.
Is every game close or is every game a blowout?
Yeah, no, it's the playoffs. One game might be a blowout here and there, but I feel like every game might be thinking that, like kind of like the Celtics and I kind of like the Lakers and Nuggets for real.
Lakers and
thinking
Nuggets.
that, but actually it's gonna be back and forth kind of contest.
Gotcha.
Or I should say the Magic and Cavaliers series.
That's true.
That was a good series. It was literally going back and forth, all tight games, close games. Paulo, you have Paulo Banchero. You got a great future ahead of you, my guy. Keep up the good work. But yeah, man, I got 7 games in terms of that. But as far as today and today's episode, that's pretty much the end of this segment. Any remarks or anything you want to say to the crowd before we close this thing out, buddy?
Yes, sir. So subscribe and share, like, comment. Shoot, give your opinions on
the NBA playoffs. Your favorite NBA team.
Give us what they want us to talk about. Give ideas on what to talk about. Just know.
Or you just comment F. Just comment F.
Yeah.
Just so I know you just love me. Just comment F if you love me, okay? Just comment F. F in the chat if you love Fred, okay? F in the chat if you love Fred. I'm saying that right now. F in the chat if you love Fred. If I don't say F in the chat, you don't love me.
Yeah, just keep subscribing. And anything right now, Fred? Besides, what you said?
F in the chat if you don't love me. But F in the chat if you do love me. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I said it too fast.
You did.
But nah, man. I like the way today's segment today. They went. We more numbers, more statistics. I love that. And like I said, I'm going for a bit of a rush path right now. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to keep this segment short. I hate that we can't talk about the UFL, but the school and everything else in between, man, I'm still trying to do this. But like I said, it's still gonna be go up every week. Like, I'm not stopping this unless I'm dead in the grave or sick in the ward. I'm not stopping this. So this show, we're still gonna be better. It's still gonna be the best. It's probably the best sports show ever. Shannon Sharp, coming for that ass, boy. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. As far as today, I think I'm getting ready to sign off, and for being the run and for my living room, this beautiful smoke session is over.